Hi everyone, today I'm going to quickly show you how to install our Pear Deck Google extension on a set of Google Slides like the ones you see on your screen. So I believe that Newark already has Pear Deck installed in our Google extensions, but I'm going to show you if you don't see it on your extensions. So you're going to open up a pre-made Google Slides, sort of something like this. I just created this one quickly to share as a demo. So on the top tabs, you're going to click on extensions. So if you notice, there's a long list of extensions that we already have included. I don't believe I added all of these on my account. I think these are just regular NPS ones that we have available. So Pear Deck is right here. Okay, so you're going to click on that. If you do not see it on this list, you're going to click on add-ons on the top and then click add-ons. And then you will notice this long list of different Google extensions that we have available to us. So Pear Deck is right here, and on mine it already says installed. If yours, if you don't have it on your previous list of the extension list, you're going to click on that and on the add-ons, and then you can type the name up on the search bar and it will come up. So then you'll just click on it and you will actually be able to install by clicking install, right? Mine is already installed, so there's that. So you're going to go back to extensions and then you're going to open up, in order to open up Pear Deck and be able to add these questions to each of your slides, you're going to click on Pear Deck and then open Pear Deck add-on, and it's working, and it will always open up here on the right side. Okay, so I just want to quickly show you the different things that we have here available to us. So right now, these are the type of questions that are available, okay, or that we have options of to include in each slide. So there is a text option where if you want to ask a short constructed response or maybe a text dependent question, that would be the best option. There's also the option of a multiple choice question. There's a number question or answer. There's also an option to have the students actually input a website that students can also draw. So this is great for like science and even math, right? If you want them to show their work. And then there's a draggable option as well for questions. So I'm going to quickly show you like the different options and how to go about them. So I just created this quick demo. I just took this from some of the things that I've created in the past. So here's a very short, or actually a chunk of a text that the students read, and then I presented them with a claim, and they had to find evidence or highlight evidence specifically in this chunk that supports the claim I gave them. So the best option or the best type of question here would be a draw question, because you'll see that when we click on draw, the students are actually also able to highlight. So once you click on the type of question you want, it's going to add it right away. Okay, so since this is just a draw question or a highlight in this specific example, there's really not much you need to do, right? You just click on it and it automatically adds it, okay? So then you'll see on your screen that you have added the Google extension. It says students draw anywhere on this slide, right? You always want to include the question on your slide just so that it's visible to the students and they know what they're doing within that specific slide, okay? But now here is another type of question. So in this question, or in this slide, the students had to identify the main idea of a text. And I actually did this in a multiple choice option. So the students read a chunk of a text. It was actually the previous text, I believe, that I included on the previous slide. But I gave them 3 details from what they read, and then they had to come up with what the main idea of that excerpt was. So I'm going to give it to them as a multiple choice. So I actually have the multiple choice questions typed on here, previously done, but we're going to click on multiple choice or choice. And then you have the options, right? You can type in whatever option you want them to choose from, right? So you're able to add, and you can even add more than just 3 options. Okay, and then once you're done, you would click on update the slide. So I'm going to just to show you very quickly, I'm just going to type in option A just to show you. Obviously in my case, in our case, we would actually type in the answer that they're choosing, but I just want to show you what it would look like. Okay, so option C, and then update the slide. So it'll take some time. Now you see here, this is how you see that you have included the question, and it also shows you what kind of question. So in this case, since it's a multiple choice, it will say that the students choose an option. Okay, and then I'll show you what the students see on their screen so that you are able to see exactly what it looks like. All right, so the next question, just came up with this. Where's New Jersey on the map? I'm gonna want the students to maybe drag a dot to where it is. So I'm going to click on drag or draggable. And so you can choose the different type of icons, right? You can do a heart, whatever it is. I'm gonna do a dot. You can also change the color here if you wish. We're gonna do blue. And you can add something else. Like if you had two questions, maybe they had to put a dot where New Jersey was, and I don't know, a heart in Florida, whatever it is, right? So you can add multiple questions, but we're just gonna do that. And then you can also change obviously the size of the dot here, right? So, and the kids are actually able to change it themselves too, but for now we'll just do it like that. Update the slide. And there it is, right? So again, you're able to see here that you have selected this type of question, okay? And then our final one, we have a math problem. So the students had to figure this out and show their work. So what I'm gonna do is a draw. Since they're going to need to show their work, it's great to do the drawing one, the draw option, just so that they're able to, show their work anywhere on the slide and you're able to see, right? Obviously this is a super simple question, but with math, there's different types of questions you can ask. And if you really want to see their work, right, to see what they're doing wrong or what step they missed or, anything like that, it's easier this way. So they're able to draw the, or show their work, right, using the drawing options. So now that I'm done, I've included all of the 3 questions, right? And of course, this is just a demo to show you. Let's say I'm ready to present. I'm ready to show my class or to, do this lesson in class. I'm going to click. So once I can pre-do this, right? Let's say I did this during lesson plans and now I'm ready to show the class. I would open up the PowerPoint or the Google Slides again, go to extensions, open up the Pear Deck add-on, and then I'm ready to start my lesson. So I'm going to click here, start lesson. Okay, so there are 2 options or lesson modes that you can choose from. If you want it to be student paced, which means maybe you could do it in stations and you want the students to do it on their own, be able to answer the questions as their own pace, this would be the option to go with. But if you're doing it as a whole class, definitely the instructor paced activity is the way to go. So I'm going to just show you quickly what this one looks like, right? Let's say I'm doing a live lesson with the students. We're all doing it together. It's going to ask you to log in, right? Usually it does that, right? So continue to give it access. And now it's launching the presentation. So this is what will always come up. Okay, so the students will go to joinpd.com. They will type in this code. And right now I'm obviously waiting for students, but once students are logged in with the code, it will start to show me that how many students are logged in. Okay, so while we're, I'm going to actually show you what it looks like, but I want to just show you this here. So the teacher dashboard. So once you click on the teacher dashboard, this is going to come up. So, okay, we got it. Okay, so this, I will have this open here. So I will see like everything that I'm sharing. The class roster will come up with all of the students' names, right? Once I click on it, obviously right now there's no students, but their names will come up, their email as well. And you will actually be able to access each and every student's slides and what they did, right? What they answered on each slide. So right now I'm gonna exit out of there. So even though there's no students, I just opened it up so you're able to see. Now the students will see this on their screen. They won't see anything else except what you post. So once they're ready, you're gonna click on start, and then here will be, this is the teacher version, right? This is what you see on your screen. So if you're projecting this on the smartboard, this is what you're going to see. But then on, like I usually have it open on my desktop or on my laptop, and you'll be able to show responses, and you'll be able to see live what each of the student is actually doing, right? It will be live. So if they're typing a word, it's going to show you them typing that word, okay? So I'm going to actually open up. I'm going to pretend that I'm a student. I'm actually going to open it up on my personal email so that we are able to see what a student sees. So it'll be joinpd.com. And I'm going to just make my screen smaller so that we can see it better. I'm going to go back to my presentation. Okay, so bear with me. I'm just making this smaller so that you can see both options. Okay. So I'm going to join in the code. It's still up here. So even if you start and a student is late, they still are able to join. And I don't really think that the spaces make a difference. Okay, so we'll always ask them this. How are you feeling today? They can skip it. I'm very happy, so let's do that. And then, so this is their screen, right? This is what they see. And it will only move when you move it. Okay, it will only go to the next slide when you move it on your screen. So we're gonna go to the next slide. Okay, so remember this question was highlighting evidence, right? So this is what the students see in that type of question. Let me make this smaller. I want to be able to show you guys. There you go. Okay, so this is what they see. Now they can use the highlighter. They can also use the pencil, right? They can actually also even add a text or erase, right? If they make a mistake, they can draw a line. So they have various options. And then of course they have the different kind of colors, right? That they want to choose from. And they love this, right? They love this option. So I'm just going to highlight this. Not even sure if that's the answer, but I want to just show you. And then I'm going to add a text. Okay, so the students can add that evidence. Oops, be nice if I spelled it right. Evidence, okay? So they can make this bigger, you know, if they want to type more or not, right? They can tilt it, whatever it is. So this is the type, this is what it's going to look like if they're highlighting or drawing, right? Because it's the same type of thing. So since we're done, now I'm going to go to show responses. I want to show you. See, I'm the only one logged in right now. So obviously this is what I would see. Okay. So now to get out of there, I'm going to go back to hide. And now we're going to move on to the next question. Okay. So now this is what the students see, right? Of course, I didn't write the option, the actual multiple choice question answers, but this is what they're going to see. They're going to see the slide on the first side and then the options that they have to choose from. Okay, since it's a multiple choice. Now, I want to show you live what it looks like. Right now, I'm waiting for responses. Remember, this is the teacher desktop. So I'm going to choose A. Notice how it's live. It shows you right away, okay? You can always also change the grid so you get to see like, okay, everyone's choosing A. So this gives you a good idea of, is this a question that the students understood? Is this a question I need to go over? Or not. Maybe all the students got it correct, so we don't need to waste time on going over the question, right? Or taking a longer time to review that question. Okay, so now we're ready to go to the next question. This is the one with the dot. So the students have to put a dot. So there's the dot, right? And they get to drag it. New Jersey, where is it? Right here, okay? So again, you're able to see it live, okay? So again, it's just one person, so I'm gonna just click and drag. Do you see it dragging on the teacher version or the teacher desktop? So you're able to see it live, exactly what the kids are doing, right? If they're fooling around, you're able to see it too. Or if there's a student that's struggling, you can go directly to them and help them and assist them with whatever it is that they need. Okay, so then next question. Now they have to show their work. So they might use their pencil. Okay, so I'll probably make this a little, all the sizes right here, okay? All right, it might be a little difficult to use, right, since they're using a mouse, so it might be harder, but we're able to see it, and I want to show you what it looks like on the teacher version, right? So take a look there. So this is 11, right? So you're seeing it live. Okay, so you see it there, right? So if there's a kid struggling, if they stop for a long period of time and you want to go to them to make sure that they understand, or maybe they have a question, or maybe they're unsure about whatever it is, you're able to do that. Okay, so they can also undo, they can also delete everything. Let's say they want to just start from scratch, they can delete the whole thing, right? And it'll show you they deleted the response. Okay, and the next thing that I wanted to show you, since obviously we're done with it, right? So we can click on, go back to the teacher copy so you can see it. So let's say we are finished. So we're going to end the presentation. You can always save it. Let's say I was doing this with 301. It's just a test. We're going to save and end. Okay. You can open up the reflection to review. And this will be where you have access to see. Obviously, I was logged in with my personal account. So you'll be able to go to the student, right? Whatever student, obviously, your students will be listed. And you'll be able to see exactly what they did, right? So it'll show you your normal slide, right? The presentation, what they did. Okay. Same thing here. Your presentation, what they answered. Same thing. Okay. And since they deleted the response, you're able to see that as well. So you can give them feedback. And then you can click on the dashboard and it will give you like just some more overall idea of how the students did, right? You can click on the class roster. All of the students will be listed on here and you'll be able to, see exactly what they did. And you can exit also. And on your screen, once you exit, you'll go to your home. Actually, I'll show you what website you can go onto this, but I think it's app.peardeck.com. You will have all of your sessions. So if you ever want to go back to a specific session that you worked on, you have your archived as well. So you always have them here and you can always click on them to see how the students did or anything like that. I hope this was helpful.